Hey guys, MoJK here. Just wanted to share real quick on how I'm farming the event, the King Mog event. Probably, I know some people are sometimes curious about these kinds of things, so actually let me show you my setup real fast. So obviously the goal is to have as many event units that you can fit in without losing the ability to actually clear. I've been quote unquote blessed with 1,000,000 Soleils, so I'm using her. She gives more bonus than Lawrence, but if you only have Lawrence's, that's fine too. So I'm bringing Furion because he has innate 125% Demon Killer, and all of these enemies or slash bosses are demons. But this is my gear. Yeah, there's a few TMs in here, but I think a lot of people can get him kind of close to the 600 attack using various things. I don't have very good material on him. It's pretty much all Thancred stuff. Attack plus 15%, a lot of people have that. So, this is a build that a lot of people can easily attain. So that's what I have on him. On the Soleils, I have a bunch of Shock Whips. And the Shock Whips are craftable. You can actually find the recipe and craft a bunch of those. They're cheap to do. They don't take any Mega Crisps or anything like that. If you have a mix of Soleils and Lawrence's, I would suggest, again, Shock Whip for Soleil, and then Coral Sword for Lawrence, and again, that's craftable. If you only have Lawrence's, then you can just go with store-bought Kazakuri's, which has Wind Element. And of course, the point of this is to have elemental chaining. We're not going to build up these event characters because it's a waste of resources, but what we're going to do is we're going to use them to build up elemental chain and have Furion finish with a stronger move. So ideally you want to bring in Orlando because he gives the most bonus, and what I do is I bring in the ones that have like Odin Esper. I save the Ifrit Espers for the actual Ifrit raid boss, because of the fire resistance. So I use these guys for the event. You don't necessarily have to bring Orlando. He just makes it. He just brings more bonus, and he makes it a little bit easier sometimes. So what you can do, quite honestly, with this setup and with this friend, you can just auto through the whole thing. I mean, all the Soleils will be dead, of course, but Furion and Orlando will get you through it. But let's say you don't have the Orlando. What you want to do is you just want to pick Finbriar, and then I guess if you bring in Orlando, what you want to probably do is use Lightning Stab, because this will help bypass some of the Holy Element resistance by this first boss. Or you can just, get through the first boss and then switch over to Divine Ruination. But even North Swain's Strike is good enough. But for now, we'll just show you that Furion is enough to carry you through. So I just selected Finbriar, and I'm just going to auto it so that they kind of chain naturally, and then he'll finish with the move. So you see he got 467,000 out of that chain. That was a little bit lucky, actually. So let me show you what he would do without the chaining. Just by himself, he would do like 119 per hit, which is still good enough to kill him. But again, you want to make sure, and the bosses get, I think, progressively stronger, especially toward the end. So once again, we'll do Finbriar. We'll hit auto. Okay, that only did like 190 something, but that's okay. I'm kind of just leaving it up to luck. I don't want to select them all because they don't have as good auto attacks as, say, the Secret of Mana event characters. Those guys actually had pretty good auto attacks, but yeah, for this event, this is enough. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it. It's nice and easy, nice and relaxing. Again, if you bring a good Orlando friend, then you have this setup. You can just auto through it as long as you don't mind, the other characters dying. But this is a nice and easy way to do it. Sometimes the last boss can take 2 rounds depending on your luck with the chaining. But yeah, again, nice and easy, nice and relaxing. I'm kind of past the point where I want to be selecting a whole bunch of skills and strategizing and buffing while I'm farming these kinds of events on Elite, so I just want to find the easiest way possible. And thankfully this event is actually pretty easy to clear, so yeah, Furion works really well. That innate Demon Killer really does a good job. I think I forgot to mention that you should probably put Diablo's Esper on him because that has the extra Demon Killer effect on it. And it just makes it a whole lot easier. But anyway, hope you guys found that useful. If you only bring Soleils, use a bunch of Shock Whips. If you bring Soleils and Lawrences, bring shock Whips and Coral Swords. And if you only have Lawrences, then you can just go with Kazakiri. You can still use Coral Swords if you want, as long as it's all the same element. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck farming the event.